Hello, my name is Andy Milner and I am the band director at Paintsville Independent Schools in Paintsville, Kentucky. If you would like to find out more about our band program, please visit us at myspace.com/PaintsvilleBand. Today we are doing lesson 7 in this book right here, Master Theory by Charles S. Peters and Paul Yoder. Lesson 7, it is dealing with the measure. Okay, we also call this the bar. Okay, so a measure is also known as a bar. You'll hear sometimes count. A director will tell a musician to count 4 bars and then come in, or they'll say 4 measures and then come in. So it's interchangeable, one and the same. All right, so I'll show you what a measure looks like. First, we have to have a staff. And that's usually true of just about anything. All right, now this right here, if I draw a line, that is a bar line. Okay, bar line, or a measure line. We usually would call it a bar line. And then if we have another line, say like right there, that is also a bar line. Okay? So these are bar lines. Now the space created between those, that is what we're going to call a measure. Okay? Why do we have measures? Well, it simply keeps music organized for musicians. They can assign a number to each measure created, and then instead of while they're rehearsing, instead of starting at the beginning all of the time, or hey, let's start in this one section here where it kind of sounds like this. No, you can be more precise and say, let's start in measure 4, and say we can start on count 4 of measure 1, or whatever. You can be very precise when you divide everything into measures. So it's very important to know about. And then if you see something like this, and it's like a bar line, but then you have a thicker bar line right behind it, we call this a double bar. All right, a double bar. A double bar means you have come to the end of a piece of music, and I'll just write end of music. And when I'm writing these notes, it'd be good for you if you wrote them down for yourself as well. But yeah, this would count as 2 bar lines essentially by seeing this. So if I ask you how many bar lines you see here, you say 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. But of course these are your last bar lines. And if I ask you how many measures you see here, we've created 2 measures. All right, that's really it. And now we're just going to go ahead and work on the assignment.
Okay, lesson 7, the measure. Music is divided into measures by using bar lines. These are the bar lines. Okay. The distance between any 2 bar lines is called a measure. We talked about that just a little bit ago. When any part of the music is completed, we use a double bar. This is a double bar indicating, right there, the end. Student assignment. How many bar lines are there in the staff above? So go here and we count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we can say 9 and 10. Okay? Number 2. How many measures are there in the staff above? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I'm just telling you right now, that some people will call this 1 bar, even though it's a double bar. They'll call it 1 bar, and I don't, I don't want to argue with them, because they're right. They're right, and yet they're wrong. You could argue that point forever. There's 1, 2 lines. However, the reason why they're saying it is simply to keep a simple rule alive. And the rule is, if you have a number of measures, you want to have 1 more bar line than you do measures. If you counted this as 1 bar line, and then you count all the way down, then you count this as 1 bar line, you'll have 9 measures. And it's a simple rule to remember, to tell kids, to help them count bar lines, and so they don't get confused. They'll count everything as 1. So I just wanted to mention that. All right, number 3. Draw the treble clef sign on the staff below and divide it into 4 equal measures. Place a double bar at the end. All right, so here we go. We've got our treble clef sign. Should be able to do that by now. And then we're going to try to divide it into 4 equal measures. So I'm going to go here to the end and go ahead and put in my double bar. And then I'm going to divide it as good as I can. There's 1 and 2, 3. And I know that you all can't really see that as well as I can. Okay, number 4, draw a treble clef sign. Divide the staff into 8 measures. Place a double bar at the end. Place 1 whole note in each measure. Alright, so we're going to draw a treble clef. Alright, divide it into 8 measures. And we've got to place our double bar at the end. Place our double bar at the end. Divide it into 8 measures. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I didn't do it as well as I should have, but you get the idea. And then draw a whole note in each measure. Does not have to be on any different type of line. It can be just anywhere you want it. Okay, and then 5. Below, place draw a bass clef sign. Let's go ahead and do that. Draw a bass clef sign, and then divide the staff into 8 measures. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'll just erase this bar line. Okay, and then put in our double bar. And then it says place 2 half notes in each measure. The thing that we have to watch out here is our stem direction. I'm going to put 1 below the line and 1 above. And I'm just going to go ahead and draw 2 whole notes in here, and then I'm going to change them into half notes here in a moment. Okay. Remember the side of the note that the stems have to be on. Okay, and then memorize. The distance between 2 bar lines is called a measure. If you can remember that, you'll be well on your way. And see, this isn't too hard. So I'll see you in lesson 8.